score that I give this pizza will not reflect the score that I would give it if I were to eat it fresh right out of the oven, because the pizza's been frozen a few days. So I'm going to put the score, when I score this pizza, it's not a direct comparison to the pizzas that I've been reviewing, which were mostly all takeout right out of the oven and fresh. So even though Lou Malnati states that the pizzas taste just as good as they do in-house, they bake the pizza and they freeze it right away. It's still frozen, and there's a chance that the pizza would taste a little better if you were to have it in the restaurant. That's for sure. So the score that I give this pizza will go on the frozen pizza scale, because there's a chance that in the future I may review some frozen pizzas from time to time. Hey, pizza's pizza, frozen or not. So yeah, just wanted to state that. All right, let's take a quick look at the cover. There you have it, authentic, handmade. Perhaps made at the restaurant. I know that a lot of these pizzerias who ship through Goldbelly, they make the pizzas and pack them right at the restaurant, just like the Farah. A lot of calories, guys. Chicago style. 1/5 of the pizza nets you 340 calories. All right, cover is off, and I'm already impressed, man. Look at that. A lot of grated cheese. Nice and it's been frozen for a couple days, I'd say. I'm assuming no longer than a couple days, hopefully. According to the ingredients, that's pecorino sprinkled on top of the pizza. Sheep's milk, there it is. We are done and ready. And there it is. You gotta let it cool down. Lots of pizza here, lots of volume. Can you use an ordinary pizza cutter? I think Chicago style pizza calls for something else rather than an ordinary pizza cutter. Scissors? Nah. This is a Chicago style. We gotta cut it with a big knife. The crust is so fascinating. It's almost like a flaky pastry type crust. There we go. Okay, so here we go. A slice of Lou Malnati's. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever tried a Chicago style pizza. First time. Is it pizza? According to Naples, in Napoli, where pizza was invented, the only pizza you can eat is in Naples. The pizza that's made in a certain, that Neapolitan style. Everything else is just an imitation and is bread with cheese and sauce on it, because in Sicily they make stuff like this too, and but they don't call it pizza, they call it focaccia. In Italy, if pizza isn't baked in accord with the patent, with the rules and regulations, then it's not pizza. You can't call it pizza. So technically none of this stuff is pizza. New York style pizza, Chicago style pizza, none of it is pizza according to Naples. But look, sauce, cheese, bread, crust, it's pizza. Let's eat. Interesting. All right, guys, time for the analysis segment of the episode. Let's move right on in and dissect the Lou Malnati's, the famous Lou Malnati since 1975. This is the legit version of it, the frozen version, albeit, but legit nonetheless. Baked on premises, made by hand. A little smaller than what you would probably get at the restaurant, I'm sure of it. Pie cost me 33 bucks, guys. That's right, 33 bucks for this little thing. Hey, they got to ship it to you, right? They got to pack it, put it in the dry ice. It tasted really good. It was definitely the best frozen pizza I've ever had. Let's talk about that sauce first, all right? The sauce had a little bit of sourness, maybe because it was, frozen. Maybe it developed a little acid, a little acidity. But I really enjoyed the stewed tomato style that they use on this pizza. It's almost like stewed tomatoes because there's chunks of tomatoes present all over, everywhere. Big, thick chunks, pulpy tomato. And I love sauce like that. You know me, guys. That's the sauce I go for. I also love the carpet dusting of grated cheese on this thing. Look at that. A carpet bombing of grated pecorino cheese. Reminds me of L&B. You also get some oregano. You can see some herb right there. Nice amount of herb present on this pie, which added a nice element of flavor, an extra element of flavor. I think the star of the show was right there, that cheese. That's some Wisconsin mozzarella right there, guys. Wisconsin. And you can see it oozing. When you cut it, it just oozes out. Love that. Love that. Pretty good low moisture cheese. You can see the quality of that cheese right there. Good quality low moisture cheese coupled with the grated cheese. That's always a recipe for success in my book. Now, the issue I had with this pizza is the crust, guys. Look at that. It's flaky. They put butter in it. There's like either buttermilk or butter. According to the Lou Malnati recipe, there's butter in this crust. It didn't taste like it belonged on something savory. It tasted like it belonged on something sweet. Good pie crust. This, my friends, is a pizza pie. Closer to a pizza pie than New York pizza, that's for sure. Some people say Chicago style isn't really pizza, it's a casserole, it's a pie. Yeah. And I think Lou Malnati's went with the pastry-like texture for their pizza, and that may or may not be a thing. It's not airy at all. It's crunchy, it's crispy, it's crunchy, but it's not airy at all. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. Look at the bottom, first of all. When I eat pizza, I want it to be on bread, you know? Not something that's suitable for apple pie. Because Lou Malnati's chooses to go with a crust like this. That doesn't mean all Chicago pizzerias make pizzas with lots of butter in their dough. No, this is their way. Doesn't mean it's the Chicago way, it's their way. However, the recipe for that crust is not really my thing. And I can't give this more than a 7.6 for Lou Malnati's. Yeah, this crust is strange. Maybe I'm just not used to it. It's different. I mean, it's edible. But yeah, it's a 7.6. It's a 7.6. And let me know if you had Lou Malnati's, frozen or otherwise. What'd you think of it? Yeah, 7.6 for me, guys. Well, that's a review, guys. Thanks for joining me in the comforts of my own home. Little different setting today. Beautiful sunny Sunday. Chilling out. Took the day off. Gonna go and watch some movies and chill out. And I hope you guys are doing well out there. Eating some good pizza. And be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe, share. I really would appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Follow me up on the gram if you haven't already. Pizza reviews on the go. And one more thing before I go, guys. Thank you for all the people who have been donating. Cheers. Here's to good pizza, sunny weather, spring weather, and pretty decent Chicago-style pizza. Until next time, this is Antonio signing off.